Okay, we're all accountable for what we say and do. The larger our voice, the bigger our platform, the more accountable we are for what we say and do. And that's why I made this video right here calling out Sean from SGT Reports for making this video, among many other videos where he's pro-Trump, which equals pro-red flag law, which equals anti-Second Amendment, which equals anti-First Amendment. Because remember, Trump made that college anti-Semitic bill, which completely eradicates the First Amendment. He's pro-Zionist banker by putting Steve Mnuchin inside as the Treasury Secretary. So we know Trump is pro-banker. He's pro-Zionist, which equals anti-America. Actually, beyond that, it equals anti-freedom, anti-humanity. Zionism is anti-everything unless it's Zionist, which puts Trump up there as no better than Obama, Bush 2, and if any of the psychopaths, Clinton. He's on the same level as all the other psychopathic puppets. And that's why I called out Sean from SGT Report. See, the reason I'm against Ralph Northam, if I only had one reason to be against Ralph Northam, it's because he's for red flag laws. I've already shown you time and time again. I'm not going to play the clip again, but Trump is for red flag laws. The Trump administration is for universal background checks. The Trump administration is for bumpstock bans. All of those equal shall be infringed against the Second Amendment. And that's what I have a problem with on anybody who supports Trump. If you support Trump, you support red flag laws. Don't tell me you're against Northam because he's for red flag laws and then you be for Trump who's for red flag laws. And I did that street interview with Alex Jones the other day, and he lied to me, and I'm going to show you that in a subsequent video. But I want to let you know, when I made this video right here, exposing Sean from SGT Reports and all the BS he's propagating on his platform, not my opinion, not subjective, completely objective truth that anybody can verify for themselves with a 10 or 15 minute Google search, if that. So when I made this calling him out, after I made it, I reached out to Sean via Twitter and I said, hey man, we really got to talk. Watch this first. And the reason I'm making all this public is because I'm a public personality. He's a public personality. We both affect a lot of people. They hear what we say, they consider what we say, and if they buy into what we say, and if what we said was deceptive in nature and leads people down the wrong road, that is dangerous and that needs to be publicly called out. If I say something that is anti-liberty, anti-freedom, pro-banker, pro-evil, I need my ass called out in public. Doesn't need to be a private conversation and keep everything under the covers. It needs to be public. So Sean wrote back, Brian, wow, you got triggered, man. I'm halfway through your rant. It's a lot to take in. I'm not sure if it's roid rage or what, but I need to process this and watch the rest. In a world run by truly demonic vipers, I must ask you, what the F is wrong with you? Well, what's wrong with me is I can't tolerate somebody who says that the world is run by demonic vipers and then supports a demonic viper. That's what's wrong with me. That's what triggers me. Now, the reason I redacted this right here is because he mentioned something about his family, which is extremely private in nature, and it has nothing to do with what we're talking about in regard to Trump and the bankers who control him. So he continues. Let's do this. Shoot me your phone number, and I'll call you in the next 48 hours to talk like real men should talk. Here's the deal. We've already talked. I've already been on his show. I already expressed concern, and I'll show you my reply to him in a second. Not making bitch videos on YouTube. Is it making a bitch video on YouTube when you expose somebody who's supporting an evil individual, who's destroying individual liberties, who's destroying people's lives, who promotes civil asset forfeiture, who promotes gun control on the universal background check level, who prohibits bump stock bans. So I wrote back to him, Roid Rage, maybe you could explain where that came from. Of course this world is run by sick, evil people. Elitist puppets like Trump, Kushner, Netanyahu, Q, just to name a few. So what the F is wrong with me is that you continue to promote them, thereby deceiving the people with your voice. You and I have talked. I was on your show over a year ago expressing to you my grave concern about you promoting Trump as he's filling, not draining, the swamp. And I talked to him about Steve Mnuchin, Goldman Sachs inside banker, Mike Pompeo, the biggest warmonger that you could ever get outside of John McCain, putting him in as the Secretary of State, John Bolton as the National Security Advisor, just war hawks, filling the coffers of the military-industrial complex, promoting Israel first instead of America first, as he's clearly doing, and yet he continues to promote a banker puppet. I'm not going to let that rest. And you continue to promote him like so many others do. Banker hands are all over that guy. Speaking of Trump, you know it and you still promote him anyway. This guy increased the coffers of the military-industrial complex far and above Obama and Bush combined, among many other truly demonic things. And you continue to bang the drum for him. How in the world does that equal making a bitch video? Hit me up on Skype if you want to talk. The handle is High Impact Flicks. Everything we say in such a conversation should be made public for the world to hear. When I looked under Sean's video, there were several comments saying that I attacked Sean. Look, guys, you're not attacking a person when you challenge and call out their ideas, especially ideas that spread around the earth like cancer and deceive people into thinking Trump is something different than Obama or Clinton or Bush. It's all a part of this left versus right paradigm lie that has got us in the quicksand of cognitive dissonance. Sean is promoting the very thing that is destroying not only America, but the world. Zionists want to take over this planet, and people like Sean from SGT Reports and others are facilitating that. That is the issue here, and that's why I'm making all this public. So I'm going to leave this video right here, but leave your comments in the comment section below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.